Ron Garcia and his pathetic support base. Let's talk about it.
Push the weight and now flex. Alive is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is this, I don't want to call it a hot topic because, as you know, I've slowed up on a lot of boxing news because this sport is really, to be honest, this sport is really getting on my nerves. Not so much as the science of the sport I always loved. I love talking to fighters, getting their perspective on what they've chosen to do for a living, whether it be a fighter, a trainer, manager, promoter. I like talking boxing because I'm always looking to learn some things. You know, I don't care how old you are. It could be a 18-year-old kid. You know, I want to know their experiences and so far, and I also like to share what I know. If it can help, if it can point them in a positive direction. In that aspect, I love the sport. But, as of late, I'm very disappointed in these I don't even want to call them, you know what I'll call them? I'll call them fanatics at this point. As you know, if you've been following me, I don't like to use the term fan because fan is short for fanatic. And to be a fanatic, it's not necessarily a good thing to be a fanatic of something or someone. And that's what fan is for short. So I try and stay away from that. I like to use the term supporter. I try to stay away from the term fan. You understand? In this aspect, with this Ryan Garcia situation, we're dealing with a bunch of fanatics, and it's very disgusting. We're dealing with a bunch of fanatics, and fanatics are crazy. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day. I'm American. I don't particularly care for soccer, but I understand it is like the most popular sport in the world, and I respect those athletes. But I've seen some games on television a long time ago. See some things on YouTube. It is a very racist-driven sport. I've seen some things that they've done to black athletes in soccer. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up soccer is because those fanatics can get beside themselves and get a little crazy. In America, you might have a person that's gung-ho about their local team, whether it be New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, whatever. And it goes a little beyond than wearing a jersey. Like over here, we have the Yankees and the Red Sox. I mean, that's a rivalry that never takes a day off. You understand? And has full-blown like fights broke out over these two fan bases, yes, but it's not like anything that I've seen as it pertains to soccer. What I'm seeing now is the level of crazy. I'm not saying that fan bases from certain fighters will meet up at an event and start fighting, making it look like gang warfare. I know there's a movie called Green Street Hooligans. Go watch that film. And it's about soccer fans and how crazy they get. I don't think, and I pray that a fighter's fan base wouldn't go to support their fighters and get into a ridiculous and stupid fight, because that's just not normal for me. But what I'm seeing online, we had a situation in this sport, and it took me a minute to do this because I'm still emotional about it because I'm close with Team Haney. So this hits different. And I need you guys to understand, when the fight took place and Devin lost, we took it on the chin and we just said, okay, our guy lost. He fought an emotional fight that he shouldn't have fought. And we accepted it and we moved on. It was over with. We saw some things. I was live in attendance. And I saw some things that weren't normal to me. But of course, you don't want to be the guy to speak up on it. Because as usual, when you speak up on things that you deem as a little strange, you become the guy making excuses. Now, I didn't want to do that, but I know what I saw and I kept quiet about it. But I noticed that there were people around me that saw the same things that I was looking at. Now, all of you know that I have a relationship with Team Haney, but if I got on my stream and I just started barking on it aggressively, you know, I'd be called a hater and excuse maker and everything else. I didn't do that. Devin didn't make any excuses. He said the better man won. That was the end of it. Same thing with Bud and Errol. Errol lost. I heard some things. If Errol ain't gonna speak up on it, I'm not gonna. All right, as it pertains to that night. Now, the things that he said later, you know, that has to deal with itself. That's gonna have to work itself out. But to get back as it pertains to what happened with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, ladies and gentlemen, we took it on the chin. We didn't say anything. Only thing we did say is they shouldn't have took the fight once he couldn't make weight on the scales. And he had to been about 175 to 180 pounds that night. But if Devin ain't gonna make the excuse and say that's why he lost, who am I to say that? He went in there because he thought he could win it. He didn't win it. But to find out all of this news that that we've learned, I am not disappointed, but disgusted in the fan base and how they are treating this. Boxing is the only sport that I've seen where you blame the victim. I've never seen anything like this anywhere else. This is the only sport that I've ever seen where the victim is blamed. The fighter comes in overweight, that's your fault if you choose to fight him. A fighter gets caught juicing, but you knew something about it and you tried to go ahead with it, or you didn't do enough to find out that this guy was juiced to the gills and you fought him anyway, hey, that's your fault. His gloves was loaded and you sent somebody from your team to the locker room and they didn't catch it, that's your fault. Never mind the person that tried to commit murder, because that's what this is. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't football where you can run a little faster or jump a little higher, basketball or baseball, hit a ball a little harder. No, this is a contact sport. People die every year in these contact sports, whether it be MMA or what, you know, let me not say that because I don't know the stats behind that, but you know what I'm saying. This is a very dangerous sport. You can die in here. Now, like I said, I was done with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was done with it. Devin lost, I was done with it. But this kid popped dirty, man. Ryan Garcia popped dirty. I'm talking to the people that are logic. I'm not on here screaming and hollering. I've done all that. But this has gotten out of control. People are blaming the powers that be and the Illuminati and all of these things that I promise you, you guys don't know anything about this. You really don't. You really don't. You don't know anything about this. This is disgusting. The groundwork is laid. You guys really think that this kid was kidnapped and dragged into a forest and they made him watch children be abused in a forest, in the woods? Henry Garcia spoke to the media. I was standing right there. He says, don't believe everything you hear. My son Ryan was just trolling. And I asked Henry, I said, is missing weight a part of trolling? He looked me right in the face and didn't respond. I showed you the video. Ryan's voice was very rusty and messed up at the LA presser. I know what that is. Do you? Do you? Are you guys for real with this? Are you guys for real? And now this kid was caught with nandrolone and ostarine, which is both made in a lab. And what does he tell you? He tells you that this is the only thing that he's taken. And by the way, from what I understand, this company distanced themselves from what he's saying. He said he doesn't know anything about drugs. He don't know what a steroid is. I'm sorry. You came from a gym where everybody was juicing, from Canelo to Oscar Valdez. Or Oscar Valdez is what we call him. Andy Ruiz, was he caught? I don't think so, but his body transformation was kind of something that, raised an eyebrow, like, whoa, what's going on there? You absolutely know what a cheetah is, Ryan. Now, this was on, someone sent me this. I think this was on this company, Gaia Herbs, from Twitter. Contrary to any recent confusion, Gaia Herbs, ashwagandha, and I might be butchering this, but y'all seeing it right here. Root doesn't contain ostarine. Has been revered adaptogen. I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. It's late, y'all. It's like 1 a.m. right now. For more than 2,000 years, traditionally used to support a healthy response to stress. This is what Ryan said he was on, and this is why he said he popped? Or is he saying, yo, look, I don't know how I popped because this is the only thing that I take, after saying he doesn't take anything? And then I find out today he popped for nandrolone. What does nandrolone do? It stimulates the growth of skeletal muscle and lean body mass. This is a PED. What does ostarine do? Muscle gain, physical performance enhancement, bone mass preservation. This is on the banned substance list, ladies and gentlemen. What are we talking about exactly? I mean, seriously. So he comes out the gate lying to y'all, and this is the disgusting part. I'm looking at a lot of you YouTubers. Some of you dudes I used to think were very solid. You see, the casual clowns that come around every now and again, I can deal with you by not dealing with you. That's why I have a block button. That's why I ignore the nonsense. I control that. But some of you content creators, I thought you guys was real solid. Y'all think that this is some sort of grand conspiracy to throw Ryan under the bus at the expense of what? Bringing up Devin Haney, a man that they've been cutting down since he caught fire in this boxing thing? Let me get this straight. You honestly believe that they see more value in Devin Haney over Ryan Garcia? Are you serious? I'd ask y'all to think about what y'all saying, but y'all don't even need to think. This is a reaction. This is hatred reaction. This is what Devin Haney's up against. He's still up against these angry Lomachenko fans. Regis Prograis has crawled out of a hole, and he's complaining now. Listen, man, Devin made weight against you. Devin never failed a drug test against you. You made weight. He may have been a little heavier than you, but to call him a weight bully, both of you were heavier than 147 on fight night. Can we say that? But funny, Devin never popped dirty. He wasn't no 50 pounds heavier, or he wasn't no 20 pounds heavier than Regis on fight night. But here, Ryan was visibly bigger than Devin. Nobody said anything. And then 2 weeks later, we learned that he popped. And nobody cares? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all want another Nigel Ben Gerald McClellan situation? Do you want that? Do y'all hate Devin on that level? Just say it. I already saw one fool said, I want Devin to die, no cap. So that's one idiot. And y'all want to jump down my throat over a car fire statement, which till this day, y'all are taking out of context. Y'all know what I said to him, to Sugar Hill. I also said, if you didn't have anything to do with cheating Deontay, I'll take you at your word. But I hope you understand in concert. Now let's apply that term to everything surrounding Ryan. Does Derrick James know did he know he was juicing? Did Oscar know? Did Bernard Hopkins know? Did Henry know? Did Ryan's mom know? Did his camp know? Did that bodyguard, the black mofo that walks around with him? Hell, he probably the one that gave it to him. I don't know. Allegedly. But we know that we found it in his system. Now, if this was Devin with that found in his system, y'all be having a heart attack right now. But no, it's your guy Ryan, whom y'all have this love affair with out of nowhere. You don't care that he came in significantly overweight. You don't care that Devin is trying to give you the best fights by any means. And now you don't care that this kid popped with 2 peds in his system. You don't care. You don't care to the point where y'all saying, you know what? I think they're out to get Ryan. This is some sort of grand conspiracy. But a couple of years ago, when we broke down what was done to Deontay Wilder, it wasn't no conspiracy. It was true. Y'all don't even want to hear it. And I'm asking y'all, if it's not true, how come Tyson Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion, can't darken the doorstep of the United States? All of it was true. All of it. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't even want to talk about it no more. Fine, let's not talk about it. So now here comes Ryan Garcia. All of a sudden, y'all believe in conspiracy theories? The only thing true is that this kid failed a drug test, y'all. I'm no longer in the business of asking you to look at things for what they are, because you're incapable. The lie sounds so much more juicy than the damn truth. And you guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. But there is no shame. You were actually sticking up for this kid who tried to commit a murder. Not 1, but 2 peds in this system. We're going on day number 4 or 5. He has 10 days to ask for his B sample. From what I heard, he hasn't asked for it yet. He hasn't asked for it yet. But no, and salute the champ side. He just posted a video because he's out there with the Munguia Canelo fight. And he's trash talking with Devin Haney, talking about, yeah, I'll fight him again and it'll be quicker this time. It was easy for me. And I'm hearing this dude, not on camera. When Ryan walks off, he's like, hey, you pretty, champ. You pretty. You see, that was a grown man saying that. So I brought that up to let y'all know this is the type of people that I'm not going to debate, that I'm not going to argue with. A grown man telling this kid that he's pretty? Really? The epiphany is this. I'm surrounded by a bunch of weirdos. I'm surrounded by a bunch of weirdos. Y'all thought we were playing when we get these trolls and we say that there's some weird sexual attraction that they have towards us? They have this weird sexual attraction towards Ryan Garcia? You heard it. I'm not going to play Champ Size material, but he just uploaded the video. You check him out on the gram. You can check him out. I think he uploaded it on his YouTube channel. Go listen to it when he was talking to Ryan, because Champ Side's out there. You hear the dude towards the end of the video. And you pretty, Champ. You pretty. I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That sound like a man. He probably had on eyeliner and blush. But my point is, there's no rational, you can't rationalize with a person like that, because he think Ryan is pretty. There's an Illuminati out to get him. They're kidnapping and raping kids. They're snatching this kid out of his house and making him watch them do weird things to kids in the forest. Y'all believe that stuff. Y'all believe that stuff. And I'm supposed to take you serious when you come to my channel? Yeah, there be Illuminati. You know, they do. There is really Illuminati, but you know, Devin, you know, you did say, Drew, that he fought a bad fight. He did. But that's out the window now. Now we're talking about the integrity and safety of the sport. These Ryan Garcia supporters are pathetic. You don't care about the sport. You're infatuated with this kid. His tattoos, his hair, I don't know. But this era of fans are in error. You Tank fans are weirdos. You Shakur fans are weirdos. You Ryan fans are weirdos. You guys are painting your fingernails and all kinds of weird stuff. This kid was thanking Jesus before the fight, and then he told some dude in the audience he put his junk in this dude's mouth. And then called him a female dog. I'm trying to watch my mouth nowadays. And I'm like, what is going on? Right off the thank you, Jesus, he said that. And this is who you're justifying. Devin Haney has been an outstanding citizen. He had one hiccup, which was thrown out. He hasn't done any. Usually I say half the stuff that his rivals has done. He hasn't done any of it. He hasn't uppercutted anybody at a gas station like Shakur. He hasn't crashed cars up and left the scene of a crime to return to get his person and leave again like Tank, and a list of other stuff that he's done. And he hasn't pleaded insanity and not made weight several times like Ryan Garcia, and he hasn't popped dirty like Ryan Garcia. Now, y'all can talk about that this is one big work. This is one big conspiracy. They're trying to take Ryan down. The Illuminati trying to take Ryan down. If that's what you want to go with, fine. But stay off my channel, because you're a lunatic. Seriously, you're crazy. You're every bit as crazy as him. But what's sad is some of you are not crazy. You're going to play that card because you know this kid cheated. You know this is going to be reversed to a no contest. And when we say things like the Haney hate is real, this is exhibit A through Z. And like I said, I would say you ought to be ashamed of yourself, but there is no shame. You guys are just ridiculous and pathetic. Get out my sport. Bronx on deck.
Move!